Hello and assalamu alaikum ji. Rooftop bus tour. Land in now, yeah. Land in now. Bus 50 minutes, 50 minutes tour है. All around the city, sightseeing alongside the beach. आप देख सकते हैं. अभी 10 मिनट है इसके रवानगी के और जी हाँ 32 पाउंड है फॉर फैमिली ऑफ 5 एंड विच इज़ आई थिंक इट्स नॉट वेरी एक्सपेंसिव इट्स ओके एंड लेट्स सी हाउ इट गोज़. जनाब तो बस चल पड़ी है. अभी देखते हैं कि ये कहाँ पे लेके जाएगी और आपको भी दिखाते हैं. हेलो गाइस.
हेलो.
यू ओके? ये आपने लास्ट वीडियो में देखे होंगे ये बेबीज.
Yeah, you'll just be uploading old content.
Yes, it was 10-12 years old. Yeah, I know that. But now you are big lad, yeah?
Yeah.
Of the 700 hotels in London.
So you're enjoying, yeah?
Here on the seafront, were the earliest
Okay,
to
that's
be built.
good.
The first of which is the St George's Hotel here on the right. It was opened in 1854 and incorporated Wales's first water-powered elevator, or lift. Famous guests over the years have included Sir Winston Churchill, Otto von Bismarck, Napoleon III, Benjamin Disraeli and William Gladstone.
ये साथ साथ कमेंट्री भी करते जा रहे हैं जहाँ पे रुकेंगे और
This market.
so it's you can say guided tour, yeah? Yes boys?
Yes.
So which is good.
The Imperial Hotel on our right was once home to the king of our friend, the taxman. The headquarters of the government's Inland Revenue Department was based here during the Second World War in 1914. The Marine Hotel was home to Queen Elizabeth of Romania for 5 weeks in 1890 while she was here recuperating. And we'll hear more about her later in the tour. The large cream hotel coming up on our right was opened in 1860, but was taken over 2 years later by Dr. Henry Thomas, who used it as the Llandudno hydropathic establishment, hence the name Hydro. Dr. Thomas offered a treatment called the compressed air bath, and some of his medicines included belladonna, Spanish fly and arsenic.
जी तो जैसा कि आपने सुना है ये होटल 100 साल 200 साल पुराने हैं. कुछ सेकंड वर्ल्ड वार के बाद बने, कुछ फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार के बाद और कुछ को तो तकरीबन 200 साल हो चुके हैं.
opened in
ये थिएटर है जी
1994 by His Royal Highness Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales. It has one of the largest stages in the UK
Prince Charles ने
and
इसका
has seating for
inaugurate किया था
1,500 people. A new conference centre completes the project on this site. With 160 turbines, 10 miles offshore, it is Wales's largest wind farm with a capacity to generate 576 megawatts and power for 400,000 homes. Just up ahead of us are the paddling pool and lifeboat station, and in the distance you can see that the
ये वेल्स का सबसे बड़ा विंड टर्बाइन समंदर के अंदर बना हुआ है और यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट कर रहे हैं
home to Llandudno Farm Park, an attraction popular with families and people of all ages. Through the trees ahead of us to our left, you may see a glimpse of an impressive stone building. Blind Veterans is a national charity that supports blind ex-servicemen and women towards living an independent life. The building was originally known as Lady Foresters, a convalescent home for the benefit of workers and their families from the iron industry based in Ironbridge in Shropshire.
ये जी ब्लाइंड वेटरन यूके प्लानिंग डाउन ये इस बिल्डिंग का जिक्र हो रहा है अभी सभी कुछ ट्रांसलेट करने का मज़ा नहीं आ रहा, लेकिन आप वही कमेंट्री सुने जो वो कर रहे हैं और वही ज़्यादा बेटर है। ये देखें शीप फॉर्म आ गया, गाइस लुक शीप्स। वो सामने स्नोडोनियन नज़र आ रहा है, वो हाईएस्ट माउंटेन है यहाँ की वेल्स में। वो तकरीबन 4 साल पहले समिट पे गए थे और 4 घंटे लगे थे ऑल द वे अप। 3 घंटे डाउन। ये देखिए जगह जगह पे यूक्रेन के झंडे लगे हुए हैं।
It is very narrow, as you can see, so please, no stand and keep arms and hands well inside the bus.
ये बहुत ही नैरो है, देखें यहाँ से गुजर रही है बस। और ये हैंड कह रहे हैं अंदर रखने, लेकिन शरारती बच्चे हैं।
We are now briefly outside the town walls in Town Ditch Road, so named because at the base of the walls once lay the town ditch, an open sewer where all manner of rubbish was thrown. The walls are about 1,400 yards in length, with 21 semicircular towers spaced out along them. Llandudno a Clwyd gyda city sightseeing. Welcome aboard the city sightseeing tour of Llandudno and Clwyd. Your bus ticket is valid for up to 24 hours and our buses operate every 30 to 60 minutes. Please check with our driver for the time of the last complete tour. Remember to hold on to your tickets as they will entitle you to a discount of your next city sightseeing tour. Please remain seated whilst the bus is moving, and please also be careful of any overhanging trees. Clwyd Castle and the walled town of Clwyd were all built as one complete unit in the 13th century. Looking up to our left, we can see the town walls rising to their highest point, and they constitute the finest and most completely preserved example left in Britain. Inside the walls, the town was laid out in a grid pattern with space for a town square or market square. It's ahead of the bus and it's known as Lancaster Square.
क्लाइम तो नहीं कर सकेंगे, लेकिन ये है कि ट्रेन जाती है, अगर ट्रेन अवेलेबल हुई तो हम करेंगे, तो डिपेंडिंग ऑन वेदर. चुका है रूफटॉप बस टूर आई थिंक इट वाज अ गुड आइडिया सो इजीली हमने ये कर लिया है और इसमें ज़्यादा चलना नहीं पड़ा बैठे हैं और एंजॉय कर रहे हैं थोड़ा ही रह गया तो लैंडुड्नो से इतना ही अभी थोड़ा साइड सीन है आई थिंक अभी नहीं नॉट येट
This name came from a song from the Boer War veterans that were once housed in this area. A copy of the song still hangs in the bar of the pub. Over to our right then, you can see the turrets and battlements of Conway's famous castle, which was built between 1283 and 1287 and commissioned by King Edward I as it took control of North Wales from the indigenous Welsh. Edward built all of our beautiful castles along the North Wales coast at Caernarfon, Harlech, Criceth and Beaumaris. I'll tell you more about the castle as we approach it shortly. found the Orme to be a great source of copper, and some of the copper mines are still here, although no longer used, after the Romans and the Vikings also mined for copper here. Orme is a Viking word meaning sea dragon or sea monster. Is the mountainous backdrop to the bay, and over to the right, in the distance, we can just see the Isle of Anglesey and Puffin Island. Near us here once stood the Penmorfa Hotel, originally a private house built in 1862 for the Very Reverend Henry Liddell, Dean of Christ Church in Oxford. Liddell stayed here during college breaks with his family, his retinue of servants and important and privileged guests. One of Liddell's daughters was called Alice, and this is the Alice on which Lewis Carroll based the famous character in Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. This is the western shore, a stretch of golden sand overlooking Conway Bay. This is a popular spot for families, water sports enthusiasts and especially walkers, as the Wales coastal path runs right along the shore. There is a boating lake, children's play area, cafe and toilet facilities for those wishing to alight here. As the bus turns, look down to the little island on our left. This is our bus stop for the